What is up, everyone? Welcome to Some Shit We Like. I haven't introed the show in a while because I usually let Bryce do it, and Bryce and Mike are not here because I'm going to talk about with Dan Herman, because Dan Herman is here. Hi, Dan Herman.
Hi, Rick Weasel.
We're going to talk about a few things. Well, two things. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We're going to review that because me and Dan are the only ones that played it. Unfortunately, Mike and Bryce did not play it. I know Mike's probably going to play it eventually.
That's just the PlayStation. I haven't even asked him why he hasn't played it. I meant to ask him why he hasn't played it or why he hasn't gotten it yet.
I mean, you could have got it on PS4.
True. He hasn't.
But just like everyone else, I think he wants to play it and play it on PS5 probably. But yeah, so I have Dan Herman here. We're going to review a game. But before we review the game, I wanted to pick your brain about something because this is definitely newsworthy for Some Shit We Like.
Mm-hmm.
That was just recently announced was that according to The Verge, Warner Brothers will release all of its new 2021 movies simultaneously on HBO Max, which means in theaters or at the cinemas and on HBO Max. Movies that will include plans to releases are now include The Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry, Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat, Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Oh, God, I can't wait for that. In the Heights, Space Jam, A New Legacy, The Suicide Squad, Reminiscence, Dune, and then many others, I'm sure, as well as Matrix 4. So, yeah. So, you're going to have the choice to watch it in theaters or on HBO Max if you are subscribed to that. As everyone knows, we are in a pandemic, so theaters have been pretty much shut down for the most part, unless you're Orange County. Which, it sucks, but it's a good thing that they have that closed. So, what do you think about that? Because this is a pretty big fucking deal, I think.
Yeah.
Because, everyone loves going to the movies, but we really can't do that right now. I mean, we don't even know if we're going to be able to do that next year. And I think Warner Brothers are the only ones that kind of are realizing that fact. So they need to make their money somehow. And, what better way to do it than putting it on HBO Max for those that are subscribed? And you don't have to pay for it either. It's going to be a part of HBO Max, unlike Disney Plus, which you had to pay $30 to watch Mulan. Which, by the way, is not worth it. Luckily, I split the cost. So tell me your opinion on this, because I think this could be good or this could be bad.
I got into a long discussion with our friend Wolf and Bryce and Mike about this yesterday. I'm upset to a degree. I wear it makes me nervous what's going to happen with the future of cinema and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see it from another perspective where I understand that obviously, something had to be done. You couldn't just keep waiting. Like, exactly. I'm not, but no, it sucks. It definitely sucks. I mean, I'm worried about smaller movies being lost in the shuffle now, as all these other movies being released on HBO, this and that. Or it's all going to be, if Disney starts doing the same. I don't know if Disney's going to do the same, but it's something to worry about for sure. Especially with smaller movies, like I said, that I don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to go straight? Are they just going to fall through the cracks? It's just, it's definitely, I don't know. I'm
yeah.
I'm definitely upset.
But
I'm definitely upset by it. But I'm not angry. I guess I'm not angry, but I'm more upset. But I had a conversation with Wolf and everything and Bryce back because I'm definitely more of
right.
I'm definitely more of a I don't know, I guess snob when it comes to these side of things with them, but like I understood what they were saying. They were saying that they're fine with it since it's easier to watch it at home and this and that, which is fair. But I'm definitely worried with what's going to happen in the future. You know,
Yeah, and the whole movie industry itself, like I totally 100% get it. Um, like that having the option there is nice. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like this is going to hurt the movie industry in the fact, not necessarily like you said, in the big pictures, but the smaller pictures. Like you have these independent filmmakers who, um, uh, you know, want their movies to be put out in theaters to watch it that way. Which, some would say like, what, as long as they get seen, they get seen. But at the same time, like, um,
yeah,
you
and
can't replicate the same experience as watching the movie in a theater with a bunch of strangers and with a 4K 8K projection and awesome surround sound, because that's going to cost you hundreds a lot of fucking money to do that in
yeah,
your own home.
it,
Not only that,
yeah,
like, but the budget for making small movies too are going to probably be even tighter if they even want to get it in theater as well.
and I think part of it is just I'm so mad of how horribly handed, horribly handled. Sorry, it was with Nolan's movie. It was a disaster
I'm sorry, which
with
which movie?
Nolan's movie with Tenet. Sorry,
Oh, Tenet. Oh,
it
yeah.
was it was it was just a disaster. Which just where like what it made this and that. It just like I think Bill and Ted is a
Mhm.
more profitable has is a more profitable movie than that. I mean, I could be incorrect by that. Apologies if I am, but that's what I remember reading, that Bill and Ted is a more profitable movie. Just how bad it did with box office and everything, because like it was they insisted putting it into theaters, and just kind of was a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing the drive-in theaters, which is fine, but it's definitely not going to be the same when you have like 80
Yeah,
speakers surrounding you or whatever,
I
what have you. You know.
yeah I haven't seen Tenet yet. I'm sure I would like Tenet. I really like I like most of Nolan's work, but it's just yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of sad. I guess that's
I
about.
get
I'm
that.
sad. I'm definitely sad of just how how everything is handled, and it's just I'm not saying I'd handle it better. Like I don't really know, but like I'm upset. I'm just it's sad that it's going this way with HBO. I understand it for sure. I can get what they're doing, like they don't want it, but like it's definitely something that makes me very nervous and scared for what's going to happen in the future with cinema and movies and film, stuff like that. But
You know, I could play it the other way too and say like, um, this could be just temporary until everything gets cleared up, and then everything
hopefully,
can go back to normal, and movies will go back into the theaters. But I mean, we do already have things like Netflix and Hulu and all these other, Amazon Prime, and the putting out original content, original movies,
yeah,
and
that's
people
true.
seem to be fine with watching it at home. Uh, like the movie that I just watched, Happy Season, like that was probably made for the theaters, especially with the great cast that it has.
It's happiest season, by the way. You got it right.
Happiest,
Yeah, happiest. Yeah,
Happy
you're right.
Season. Okay. Um,
Stick with your guns, Rick. You got this. You know it.
yeah, and yeah, like watching this movie, like you like I knew like okay, this was definitely going to be in theaters, and then we do have movies that we know what were going to supposed to be in theaters that weren't, but at the same time, like they argue like. I think it's kind of weird and kind of fucked up because they're giving you the option, yes, to go see it in theaters, but at the same time, with everything going on, you're going to be risking your health to go see their movie, you know, and uh, it's up to the person who wants to do that, you know. Um, but I think mostly the concern is just financially for thinking of the smaller independent movies. But you
Mhm.
mentioned Bill and Ted, um, which is a great point because like going in, like they knew this wasn't going to get released in theaters, so they went crazy on marketing online. And I remember when, to up to the rollout of the movie or the release of the movie, I would see it everywhere online, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, any platform you can think of, even TikTok, even like you would see it everywhere. And they did a great marketing job of it. Like both Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves did interviews together, and I wouldn't be surprised if it did do better than Tenant
Hmm.
because they accepted the fact that things are changing and they adapted. And that's just something you're going to have to do in this current climate of what's going on. So, I get it that, Nolan wanted to put, or Christopher Nolan wanted to put his, he wanted everyone to watch it in theaters, but like, you can't put people in danger like that.
Yeah, it sucks.
But
Definitely sucks.
I think who really the winner is for this are the consumers, because you have that option now. If you're one of those people who don't really care about your health, that's fine. If that's your choice, that's your choice. Go ahead and go out there and go see the movie. But for those who really don't go to the movies that often, like this is going to benefit them.
Yeah.
But that's just how I see it. But I mean, I can understand both views of this because, like, I know, with you, Dan, like you're part of the independent movie scene and culture of it, and like you make movies, so like I get that. I totally understand why you would be upset, even because like even with Ryan, like his movie, like or his short, like had to be like you were with him, you had to leave. the You were in where? I forgot where you were at.
What?
Oh,
We were in we stayed our whole trip, and we were in Manchester.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we wound up staying the whole time, but I mean,
So,
yeah, it was.
but yeah, I can see
That's
both ways. I
Yeah,
can
for
see
sure.
it. Mhm. So, I would, you know, I would be upset too for mostly for like the smaller independent films. Um, uh, but but I mean, you never know what's around the corner. So
Hmm.
things will definitely get better. I'm being optimistic,
Yeah,
uh,
for sure.
and things will get back on track, and we'll eventually be able to, all hang out and go watch a movie in theaters, and
Hmm.
hopefully things, you know, uh, just get better for the movie industry and for independent filmmakers because um, it could only get better. It could only get better.
Yeah,
I'm being hopeful,
for sure.
man. I'm being hopeful, but
Yeah, definitely.
I can definitely see it from both angles here.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, so you want to get into Spider-Man?
yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
So Miles Morales or Spider-Man Miles Morales uh, came out at launch with the PlayStation 5, which we both received and we
Yes.
both played. I beat it
Yeah.
twice. I platinumed the
Oh,
shit out of
damn.
that game.
Damn. I beat it once, and I still have to get all the unlockables and stuff. I'm probably gonna do that after we finish this. Actually, I'm gonna go back into it to play. But
Awesome.
yeah.
So yeah, Miles Morales is specifically all Miles, and
So it's not just a clever name.
exactly, good one. um, yeah, we both played the original, which I'm sure we both absolutely loved. This
Yes.
one is great. I'm just gonna say it. I love the game. It's uh, it's awesome. The voice acting is always fucking great on this.
Hmm.
Everyone does a great job. I like the guy who plays Miles is amazing. He was great in the first one, and in this one, like, uh, yeah. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was great. It's definitely a short game
It is.
compared to everything else. But I think it's a great insight of how they're gonna take him with the next Spider-Man game. I absolutely love his character. Um, I love how more confident. He's not very confident, and as the game goes on, he becomes kind of like Peter and a little cocky, but not as nearly as cocky as Peter is, which I think is nice. Like I like that they're not just the same, wisecracking kind of Spider-Man, where he's definitely more still trying to find his footing. Um, yeah, I thought it was great. I played on the PlayStation 5, as you said. I I love the controller for the PlayStation 5 and how it felt with this game.
Yeah.
And very early on to the game, I noticed something it was just so crazy. It was when you're on the subway, in the opening moments, and you just you feel the subway tracks on the controller. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but it felt so strange. Like obviously we've had DualShock
Yeah.
like that since the PlayStation 2, but I mean it's definitely it's so different. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's yeah, I love that was like so early on, but I love that little moment. But um how crazy was the mall sequence with Rhino, by the way? That
That
was
was
that was
fun.
nuts. Dude, that just felt so and looked so cool. Just the mall. Like I actually wanted to go back into that mall and just explore and walk around. To be honest, like I
Which mall
really
was that?
they didn't say what mall it was, but I mean I just I love that though, that when you just go through, you're just like destroying it. But it reminded me of Roosevelt Field, just how big it was. But that's I think I might have taken you there, but it's a mall on Long Island. It's one of the biggest malls.
I think we did
Like
go there.
yeah, it's pretty high on the list as like one of the biggest malls in the country. I believe I think it's like in the top 10 biggest malls in the country. Um, but
Was that the one when we
yeah.
went to go meet up with your friend? Or
Uh,
someone, you got someone was going to go to a concert or something? It was like near Columbus Circle, I think.
no, this was on Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah, this was on Long Island. But it wasn't that mall, but it reminded me of that mall. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. But it's yeah.
Okay.
I love that, just how chaotic and just nuts it was. You're just riding Rhino through the entire mall. It's just
Giving you a
destroys
piggyback
everything.
ride, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was pretty nice. And like, wee, let's go.
Now, did you get
But
the trophy for that the first time?
what was the trophy for that?
Just smashing everything.
Maybe.
Because
I,
like
I
I didn't
don't.
know there was a trophy for it. When I went back to play it a second time, there was a trophy while you're riding Rhino in that specific mall area. So the trophy's called like Rhino in a China shop. So I ended up getting that trophy for that the second time because I didn't know there was one.
Nice. Nice.
But
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on platinuming this. I haven't platinumed a whole lot of games. I I platinumed Life is Strange, and I platinumed Beyond the Storm. Life is Strange Beyond the Storm, and then I platinumed The Last of Us Part 2. I really don't really platinum many things, but
when you find the right game, yeah.
I think I'm only like 2 away from Spider-Man, and I just never did for some reason, but I think I have to go back and do that.
Yeah, same. I didn't platinum the first Spider. No, wait, I did. I didn't. No, I did. What I did in platinum is I did because you know how they released DLC for it.
Yeah, you didn't
Like
platinum the
I didn't
DLC.
platinum the DLC. No.
I yeah, I got 100% in the game. I got the underwear suit, but oh, that's what I was going to talk about after the game. I the the cat, Spider Cat.
Oh
That's
yes.
that's my favorite costume in the world. It's amazing. Um,
That's the only one I use now is a Spider Cat
yeah, same.
costume.
I was playing as the Spider-Man, the Spider Santa for a while,
Yeah, I did
but
that too.
I turned that off near the, like right when we're talking about spoilers, I guess, right?
Yeah. We're in spoiler
Yeah.
territory now because we're talking about the game. So if you haven't
Yeah.
finished it, go away and then come back.
So we already talked about Rhino and shit, but um So right when his mom finds out, she comes in and I'm wearing a Santa suit. I'm like, oh man, this is ridiculous. I need to change this.
Yeah, that was
But
funny.
that was yeah. The story itself, I feel really stupid that I didn't expect the Tinkerer
Finn.
to be Finn. Like I really don't know much about the comics. I know Tinkerer's name I think is Finn something. It's like Phineas, or I could be completely wrong.
I've heard of
But
the Tinker, but I was never familiar with it with that character either.
yeah, but yeah, Phineas Mason. That's the Tinkerer's name. But he's not normally Spider-Man's friend like that. But
Yeah, and the same thing
yeah,
could go with the
I should.
Prowler too.
What?
And the same thing with the Prowler as well. Like, I didn't think they were going to make him. Not that they were going to make him a straight up villain, but he's already kind of like a retired villain.
Yeah, yeah. I really didn't expect that on the bridge, but when they reveal it to be Finn, but I mean, in hindsight,
That's good that that happened
yeah,
though.
that makes a lot of sense. You
Yeah,
know,
because like
but
I obviously expected him. Like, it has to be her.
yeah, I just wasn't thinking that for some reason. But
That's
yeah,
good. That's cool though.
but yeah, I love that. I love that twist. I love the emotion with this game with them too. I really like that. Broke my heart near the end when you're with you're walking through the science lab with her. I'm just like, geez,
Oh
and
yeah,
you run into Peter and
Octavius.
Octavius, and Peter's like clearly 100% Spider-Man still.
Yeah,
Like he's like, oh, I gotta go. What do you mean you gotta go? See you later. He
like,
kind of
got
just
things to
runs off.
do. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that was such a great scene in that planetarium where you just go around and just like you could actually explore the museum yourself and see what all these different things do, and there's like whole backstories to it. Like the way they set up this world, this game, like has so much detail and like so much character to it, obviously, and it's just so good. Like the way it looks, even like with the PlayStation 5, is great. I've only had like I think 3 crashes with the fidelity mode on.
mhm.
And one of the crashes was the worst moment ever. Um, so but I have the roster here of the voice actors. I didn't know Troy Baker was Simon Krieger.
I picked up on that pretty early with Troy Baker, and
Yeah.
like it's just like if you hear a dude, there's like if you guess that it's Troy Baker, it's
It's
not a bad guess.
yeah, it's like 80% is Troy Baker.
Yeah, is that Troy Baker? There's a solid chance it is. It's a good guess.
Yeah. And Danica Hart was Ashley Birch.
Yeah,
I like the voice sounded familiar and I couldn't pinpoint it. And the only person that came to my mind was oh my god, now I'm forgetting her name. She sounded a lot like this podcaster, I guess podcaster from Hack 5. I forgot her
yeah,
name, but they call her
yeah.
Snubs. She's like she does that YouTube channel about hacking and stuff. But it
Mhm.
kind of sounded like
Um,
her.
I know it was the only reason why I know it was Ashley Birch is because I'm obsessed with Life is Strange. It's like one of my favorite games ever now.
I
But
met her, right?
yes, I mean you told me this.
I was so
Yeah,
it was such a terrible. I was so embarrassed of that when I first met her. I was an idiot.
that's hilarious.
I'm a
Yeah,
fucking idiot. I don't even like. Ugh, I don't want to talk about it. She's. I mean, let me just say, she's amazing person. She's super sweet. She's like everything you could ever like imagine having your encounter meeting with her, Liz. Like she was just the greatest person, and I was just a bumbling idiot.
Yeah, it's all
And I never really get what is it, starstruck,
good.
and like this was like third time I've probably been starstruck. The other 2 times were when I met Tara from Buffy, and
Mhm.
Anthony Stewart had Giles from Buffy. Those were the only other
Okay.
times. But anyways, yeah, she does a great job.
So I'm
Mhm.
curious, what do you think goes into the second game, second Spider-Man game from this? Like, what do you think is going to lead from this into that?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that because like you've always pictured Spider in Manhattan, the city is Spider-Man's, and you have him, and pretty much going to be like uh well, he's from Brooklyn, Miles, so I thought he was going to be like the Brooklyn Spider-Man, taking care of
Mhm.
that area of New York. But I mean, with his move to Harlem, like I don't know, like are they going to split the city or
Yeah, I don't know.
I have an
Um,
idea.
what?
I have an idea and this is probably going to make people mad, but I think that in the third one they'll probably maybe kill off Spider-Man.
Oh, I don't know.
You think?
I don't know.
I don't think they will, but I'm kind of going out on a limb here. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean, maybe because Miles Morales' popularity has skyrocketed, and I'm so happy about that. So I don't know. That's just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, they did Into the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
which I love, but um, so there are a few things. Obviously, the after credits once again with Venom. I have a weird feeling that you're gonna fight. You're gonna have to fight Peter when he as he takes over the Venom suit. I think Peter. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Peter's like some sort of like person you have to fight as Miles.
Oh,
That was something I was thinking of, but um,
they
but
did mention the Venom at the
what?
end. He mentioned Venom at the end.
Well, they met. Well, the Venom is what's going on with Harry.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. But I'm like, wait, are
Yeah.
they just
Well,
off?
at the end of the first game, during the credits, he said, I love you, son, and then he puts his hand on the glass, and the Venom hits, and then Venom's, hits the glass, from the inside.
Shit, I have to watch that again. I don't remember.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Oh,
Uh,
because I know in this one at the end and the cutscene, or the after credit scene, like they did mention Venom, but I thought he was just assuming. I was just assuming the Green Goblin Venom toxin that he's probably going to use to keep Harry, bring Harry back to life.
I mean, yeah, it could be.
But
I just think it might go further than that, but I'm not sure. But
I'd be down
um,
for that though. I'd be totally be
I
down.
think you know there's going to be definitely something else with the Prowler. I feel the way they kind of left it off that he just kind of went to jail. I just feel like that maybe that he'll be. I think he'll probably be involved again in some degree. Um.
Perhaps, yeah.
So one thing I feel that I think Haley Cooper is going to be the love interest for Miles. That's the deaf girl
Yeah,
that you see throughout the
mhm.
game. I feel like she's definitely going to be the love interest. Just the way they kept focusing on her throughout it. Like she just randomly appears like, several times throughout the game,
Yeah.
and like especially when she gives him the Santa suit and stuff. Like
That's
uh
such a great
yeah,
moment.
I love that. But
Yeah.
I would love that if they go with her. I like her character that she's just doesn't give a shit. Like she's just infiltrating. Like she's just following
Yeah.
those guys and stuff. Like I think she's awesome, and I would really like that a lot if they went with that went with that way.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me off air, and yeah, I totally agree with that too. Because like you just keep running into her all over the city, and it's like, all right, if like I'm pretty sure if people aren't, I hate to say this, people aren't shipping these two, they really should.
You just said shipping.
I know that's an old ass term too, compared to like people saying like team this or team that. Like,
Mhm.
God, I'm so old. Anyways, yeah, I really like her character and like the way they interacted and how he got the suit too, the Santa suit.
Yeah.
Um, One of my questions for you now is the part, because you mentioned it earlier, the part where he's all beat up and he goes back home and then his mom sees him. Like that part, kind of like I was like, okay, they're doing this. Like, is he not going to have a secret identity now? Because I know with current Marvel movies, like there's really no such thing as secret identity. And one of the main things is keeping a hero's thing is to keep their secret identity so their loved ones don't get hurt. Like even Spider-Man Peter mentions that in the game.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was that way in the comics. So if you know that, leave a comment and on this video. Uh but yeah, I was kind of disappointed about that. And then, at the end too, like all these people are surrounding him and they see like, oh shit, like it's this kid. He's just a kid. It's Miles. Some people recognize him as Miles. Like, but I mean, they keep their pack and don't take any pictures and keep a secret. I don't know.
Yeah, he gets the Spider-Man he gets the Spider-Man 2 treatment.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, he does. So the fact that his mom knows, like, I don't know, that kind of like, okay, I mean, there's really not much I can, be mad at. But at the same time, like, it's like I wanted to see that. Like, that's my favorite part about, Spider-Man or superheroes is like trying to keep your identity secret from your loved ones so they don't worry and so they don't get mixed up in any of this crime
Mhm.
fighting things. What's your take on that?
I
Like,
don't
did
know.
did that bother you, or was it just like, okay,
No.
that's just the way it goes?
No, I mean, I don't think it really bothered me. I'm cool with it. I didn't expect his mom to find out like that, but I'm fine with it. I do appreciate that they're kind of just changing everything with this. Like, with the first one with Aunt May, I know this one with his mom knowing immediately. It's just I think that's pretty cool. I think it should be. I think it's an interesting way of going about it.
Because I love the way they went about it. The first game
Yeah.
with like, oh my God, that wrecked me,
Oh
dude.
God, Aunt May.
That wrecked me, man. I was like, I'm not
My
crying. I am not
favorite,
crying. Like,
dude.
take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
Yep.
Uh, but I mean, it is what it is. But that's one of my favorite parts of comic books is them trying to
Mhm.
keep their secret from their loved ones. Which again kind of sounds bad, but at the same time, it's for their protection. I don't know. I don't know if that says anything about me, but um, but but yeah, I love also how Genki throughout the whole thing too. It's just
Yeah,
amazing
yeah, Genki's
comic
awesome.
relief of the game.
Yeah, he's great.
Um, Building the spider app for people to get his help on. Like he's probably going to be like the Defenders level of probably superhero, while Spider
Mhm.
Man's taking care of all the bigger guys, and then maybe every you know once in a while in the next game he's going to be coming along to help. But I like your theory a lot too.
Yeah,
Well, that sounds
we'll
really
see.
good. Yeah,
But yeah, I love the game. I thought it was great.
yeah, the game was awesome. If you haven't played it, you just got it spoiled for you. Sorry, but go play it. You'll love it. Swinging through the city, like, it's so amazing. Especially like, they both have their own styles when you play the first game and this game, and it's so cool. Did you ever fall?
Oh yeah, when you're doing the flips and stuff, you can just
Yeah,
crash into the for sure.
that
And
cracked
I've
me up
done
the
it on
first
and
time.
I've done it on purpose too.
Oh, all right. Well, I know you got to go. Um,
Yeah,
Thanks again for coming on the show and
yeah, for sure.
reviewing this with me because we had to review this for some show we like. Um,
Yeah,
if you want to follow more of Dan, all his info will be in the description. Again, because of the pandemic and everything going on, I know we usually record in person. It's not really happening right now, but we will definitely be back again. So be sure to stay subscribed and catch us on Apple, iTunes, podcasts, Spotify, pretty much everywhere.
I like how I didn't know for sure, but I still said it.
Said what?
Like, I wasn't sure if you're on Spotify, but I still threw it out there. Like, oh, maybe?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, we're everywhere. You can find us anywhere.
Damn right you are.
So until next time, that was some shit we like.